Hey folks, okay, so I'm Bradley, I'm with Airtrail, I'm the CEO and co-founder. So I'll tell you a little bit about who we are. Actually, beside me, I also have my co-founder here, Lanray. We're on a little bit of a retreat on Vancouver Island at the moment. So Airtrail is a software platform built specifically to solve a lot of the problems that today's regional air operators are facing. So to give you kind of some context, this is really what a regional air operator looks like. They're flying aircraft that are typically in the range of 10 passengers, can go up to 80 passengers, but that is kind of at the top end, usually focusing around the 2 to 10 passenger range. And they're flying things like medevac flights for essential air operations. They're also flying cargo up north, or they're ferrying people from small airport to small airport. So these are not your, your WestJets or your Swoops or even, your Deltas. So really the problem that we're trying to address here is that regulatory compliance especially within the small regional airline space, it sucks. These air operators are typically running off paper-based processes or a combination of paper and Excel. Lots of data that's being kind of taken from multiple different places, and it has to all be kind of put together into one place. And usually that one place is someone's desk. So at the end of the day, this is an expensive problem. So what ends up happening is all this paper needs to come into someone or a team of people in order to validate that it is actually correct. And this is ultimately for the purpose of making sure that everything is being done by the book, so that there are no issues with regard to safety or regulatory compliance. And at the end of the day, no matter how great you are at regulatory compliance using the current methods, this usually results in 1 to 5 audits, or 1 to 5 findings per year, depending on the operator. And these findings tend to be about $10,000 each, not to mention the cost of your team and the potential lost revenue that you would have if you had directed that team somewhere else. It usually results in around $500,000 a year for an average operator. So really what you're doing as an operator right now, this is what it looks like as a business. You're kind of running with your head cut off, trying to find the best fit between this piece of information over here and this piece of information over here, just making sure you can kind of keep your head afloat above water. So our vision here is that a regional airline should not have to manage the paperwork and the people involved. They should be able to just fly their aircraft and manage the critical the phases of that. So maintaining the maintenance side of the aircraft, but also maintaining the operations and keeping everybody in line in a fully automated way. So that's what we're doing. At Airtrail, we built a software as a service platform that fully automates the airline operations, or the operation side of a regional airline. So we pull in information from every part of the airline, put it into one place, and make it a lot easier for these airlines to run a lot more smoothly and efficiently. And so this is kind of what that looks like. You're basically taking information in, putting it into one place, and it's disseminating to everybody who needs to see it without any high upfront costs. So the tech is really simple. It's a software as a service platform. We provide software to the frontline crews. So this is the maintenance personnel as well as the pilots. And then we're also providing software to the administrators. That's everybody from the CEO to your mid-level managers. We're trying to make sure that the airline is operating effectively. So what this does is it really helps them reduce the amount of money that they're spending on their payroll, or they can redirect their payroll somewhere else. It's a little bit more efficient. We've had folks tell us that they've redirected their payroll from what they'd be spending on QA to sales, where they weren't doing any sales before. So it's not just what we're saving them, but also what they can expect to gain in terms of sales. You're not getting any regulatory fines regarding operational control anymore. There's no more printing costs. It's completely digital. They're saving fuel. We can help them with smart routing, finding the optimal altitude for their fleet, as well as real-time fleet visibility, which in the current system is quite limited. And so that's us.